So I'll take you just through a couple of bullet points for what I put together to discuss today. And the first being why I started BOA. So I started BOA in 2015 because I didn't grow up doing outdoor adventures. It was only around college that I just started feeling drawn to go outdoors and spend time in the sunshine and all that good stuff. And so I started doing more and more of it. But I noticed that there weren't a lot of people of color there. But at the time, I was like, well, it didn't occur to me that I could do anything about it. So I just kept doing it, but I kept noticing. So actually, 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with lymphoma, and after that experience, towards the end of that experience, just as I was entering admission, I had gone on a camping trip, and on that camping trip, it was in Montauk, New York, and I just noticed there weren't any people of color on the site whatsoever. And I thought it was really sad because to me, nature had been a big part of my healing. And I wanted, I thought it was sad that people of color were not able to take advantage of, nature and healing and all of the things. So that was when I decided to do something about it. And I started BOA. These stats are kind of old now. This probably that was the first year we started. So a lot of the types of things that we do, if it falls in the outdoor adventure category, then we do it. So we do rock climbing, skiing, surfing, weekend getaways, kayaking, whatever the case may be. So we've taken people who've never done this sort of thing, up until their adult lives, to start, adventuring and, living life to the fullest. So it's been very rewarding to be able to do that. Now, how I started BOA was, at the time, I'd been using meetup.com just to attend different meetups, and it seemed, the model seemed like the easiest place to start that type of thing. So I started it on meetup.com just as a way, hey, let's go do something. And I didn't think, because I hadn't seen that many people of color outdoors, I didn't think it was going to be a whole lot of us. I thought maybe 10 people, camping sometimes, that sort of thing. But it's really grown, sorry, I should have looked into that, but it's really grown to a little over 2,500 members right now on our meetup site. So yeah, it's really grown exponentially since we started in 2015. To about 2,500 members. And we've had a lot of events in that time since we started. So just for instance, coming up, we've got a hike, and we've got a getaway to Nantucket, and this is the Shorecrest events, but we've done just so many other things. So this will show you just some of the other things we've done: surfing, more hikes, waterfalls, all kinds of things. So yeah, it's been quite the experience doing this. In terms of why I thought there was a need, I mentioned that briefly already because I didn't see a lot of people of color, but also because of the healing aspect, but also just taking advantage of nature, doing something different from what we always do, whether it's like going to a bar or whatever the case may be. That was why I thought there was a need. So I'm showing you some of our adventures on our meetup site. site. So we started on meetup.com, but over time we've been migrating to our own website and having people be able to go through us. Because if you guys are familiar with Meetup, you have to join Meetup to go to an event, which puts a little bit of a barrier of entry to people who find us through other means. So we've been trying to slowly migrate to our own site so that people can come here directly and book directly through us. So these are the past events. So folks can just click on the event, follow whatever the methods are, and then come directly. So we've kind of, we still have a lot of people obviously on Meetup, but we're trying to build out our own, how do you say, funnel? Right, I don't want to sound marketing, but yeah. Because also, they say we're like, you want to own your customers, right? And when we're using meetups and certain other tools like that, you don't really own your customers. So when people find us directly, we have their email, we have all their information and all that good stuff. Yeah. So let's head back a little bit to Coda. And if you guys have any questions, I want you to feel free to ask. Al, can you help me? Cool. So I added some pictures here at the bottom just for some of the things that we've done, whether it's skiing, surfing, hikes. That was kayaking trip, and another surfing trip. A lot of the surfing trips we do are Rockaway Beach, places you guys have never been. Great place, especially after Sandy, and a lot of the work that we did there. Right, so how do we use Coda? When I discovered Coda probably a few months ago, and I've been looking for a tool. Obviously, we do events, so we have the listing of events. We also have members, like payments and just all those things. So I've been looking for a tool, and in the past I've used different tools to try and bring all that data together and collect it, and a lot of it just hasn't worked, even some of the paid tools. And we'd actually gone through this thing where we hired some people to do it for us, but it just really failed. I'm also, my background is in electrical engineering. So I went to school for electrical engineering, and I did project management, and I worked with networking. But as of last year, I decided to, try and pursue this outdoor and adventure life full time, especially after my experience in this. It made me it kind of gave me the push to be able to say, really what's the worst thing that can happen? I could fail miserably and go back to work, right? No one's taking away my degree or any of that stuff. I like technology. I like playing with new tools. I use a lot of different tools. So I've been playing in this space, like low-code, no-code space, and using a lot of different things in that space. And that's how I discovered Coda, probably a Google search. But just using Coda, I could tell it just had a lot of flexibility for some of the things that we were trying to do. Because we use so many different tools, Google Sheets, GitHub, just a lot of shop form, a lot of different tools, it's hard for us to bring it all together in the back in terms of data. Sorry. Yeah, it was hard for us to bring it all together in the back end in terms of data. So Coda has been really good in terms of helping us do that. So I'll just go through quickly some of the tables we created to help manage UA. One of them being our events. So when we, the events that we some different integrations. We have them import into Coda. I'm not sure how familiar you guys are with Coda. If you used it at all, have you guys started using it at all? A little bit? Okay. So one of the options is you can bring things in as tables. If they have dates, you can also make it as a calendar. So those events that you had seen on our calendar, on our website, basically, these events, I also imported them into Coda in the calendar format. You can also change them to whatever format you like. But we reference that in different places. That's why I wanted to also have it here. So let me just actually go through the genesis of this event, these events. So we create our events on meetup.com. When we create this event, we use some different tools, like Zapier-like tools, not by Zapier, to import it here and put it on our website, and then also into Coda. So we create it once here, and then it's imported into different places. And so that's the genesis of that. And then the payments, for when people pay us, right now we're using, I guess, what people would term cash tools, which are Venmo. We also use Square and as well as Zelle for payments. So the difficulty with some of these tools is when you get paid, it's like an email notification as opposed to like going into like a nice, little app. So we use also some different tools to Zapier-like tools, but this one is called Integramat, which is a Zapier competitor, to get that information from our email and send it into Coda. So and render it in this version in the form of a table. I hope that wasn't too complicated. So to render it in the form of a table. So basically, at the end of the day, it helps us gather our data from email format and put it in a table format. Names have been changed to protect the guilty on these emails as well. So so we get the name, we pay, the email, how much you paid. We also provide transportation because New York, we found our biggest issue was, you want to go outdoors, but no one has a car. So we invested in a 12-seater bus to bus people to to the outdoors. So what we do is we pick people up at different locations, Brooklyn and Midtown. So obviously it's important to know where these people are going to be picked up. So that's a big data point that we wanted to collect and be able to refer to. And then this, whatever they pay for, hikes, retreat, kayaking, and entertainment. There's some other things here that don't work quite as much. But basically you can collect whatever information you want using this table, which is the nice part. I think I had it in the bottom. So one thing that has been helpful with being able to collect the transportation method is now we can group the table based on where people want to be picked up, right? So on the day of the event, I show up in Brooklyn. I know, okay, these people are being picked up in Brooklyn, right? I'm no longer blind about who's being picked up and potentially leaving someone behind. I know who's going to be driving there, which one of the things we were really struggling with in the past. So I think that we can do that on the go. One of the cool things that I also really liked is that we created. Coda has these email packs, so you could integrate with your Gmail. So one of the things that we did was we created just a little note for when we receive a payment. When we receive a payment, we created a little note so that we can put this button here, and then it sends it didn't work because we made some changes to the document, but basically it'll send a confirmation email to whoever sent the payment. So basically it's just automating your life away, which is good because in the past, we had to manage this in a bunch of different ways, and it was just time consuming and not very efficient. So this has enabled us to bring together different things, events, payments, sending confirmation emails, reminder emails, thank you emails, those types of things into one place. So it's really, really good. Yeah. And in the future, I'm hoping to be, I think I've been using Coda about 2 months now. In the future, hoping to be able to create something more comprehensive that we can use for our company going forward. And hoping that we're able to iterate so that we can continue to build things on them as well. And then I'll just mention some of the tools that we use as a small business. Just a few of the tools that we use as a small business to help us run our business. LastPass, I'm sure you guys advertise pretty heavily. You guys have probably heard about them. It's like a password manager. We use MailChimp. Obviously, we have to communicate with people, with our customers. We send newsletters and all that type of stuff. So we use MailChimp for that. It's really good for that. They have a free plan that's really generous. We use this tool. I think that there's obviously different companies that offer this type of tool, but it's an Instagram link aggregator. So the one that we use is called Shorty, and it allows you to add multiple links to your Instagram bio. So what you see here is the link, a picture of the link in our Instagram bio. If you click that, you'll see this, and the tool Shorty allows us to, add. So we can add each experience, we call our events experiences, that we have as an individual thing, so folks can just click on Nantucket and then be taken right to the page where they can purchase the events, see our newsletters, all that good stuff. So this has been really amazing for us because, having that one link in your bio is just like ridiculous. And then the other thing that we use pretty heavily is Jotform. Obviously, if people are signing up for whether it's a camping trip or a retreat, we need to collect info like, food, what can they eat, what can't they eat, where would they like to sleep, all those types of things. We have to do that many times. So registrations, waivers, because waivers are big for obviously liability reasons. So we use Jotform pretty heavily for that as well. There's a bunch of other things we use. I don't want to bore you guys at all. Actually, Trello, I would say, is the other really big one that we use for project management. And it's funny because I've used a lot of different tools, even being a project manager. But there's something that keeps bringing this back to do. It's funny because I had a meeting with our operations guy, one of our operations guys yesterday. We were talking about scaling. But one of the big limiters for us to growth has been that back-end systems. And so it's weird. That's one of the reasons why I'm excited for things like Coda. And that was one of the reasons why we were trying to build our own tool. Because if our back-end systems were really robust, then we could scale and handle things more automatically versus spending time on admin type tasks. That said, as we're working on that, some of our goals for growth, we don't have numbers on it specifically, but we want to grow our membership base. We want to continue to diversify where people are reaching us from, so not leaning on Meetup that heavily, but doing more advertising, whether it's Instagram ads or Facebook ads, to bring people in that way. And then also, what was the other thing we talked about? continue to have more events, to scale up the number of events that we're having, and also scale up the number of guides that we have that can lead events. Yeah, and now, so just different types of different scale in all different directions. Guides, number of events, advertising to bring people in to take part in the events. So, yeah. I'll leave it open for questions. Anybody has some?
I had another one actually.
Okay.
So, I think it was in the payments section. That one in the doc.
Sure.
Or wherever you said like you showed the location of the person.
Location?
Maybe it was
Yeah. Okay.
oh, this one, yeah.
Yeah.
So you say transportation pickup is like Manhattan, Brooklyn, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So you have this 12-seater bus that picks people up in all boroughs. Does it actually go to the address of the person or is it a pickup spot?
No, so we have central pickup locations. So we'll do like downtown Brooklyn, Atlantic Terminal area, and then we'll do Midtown, like specific area, specific location that we use. Yeah.
And has it ever been a situation where there's too many people on the bus?
Well, that's the reason we do this, so that we can track the number of people signing up, and once it's past 12 people, then we know everyone else is going to be driving themselves because the bus is full. So yeah, there's been times in the past where I've like oversold the bus, where there wasn't, before I had like proper clarity, when I was just like somewhere between a Google spreadsheet and taking hand notes and counting how many people had sent payments, I've oversold the bus. But now that I can see, okay, 5 people have paid for this event and they're taking the bus or whatever the case may be, then we don't run into that where we oversell the bus anymore. So it's been really helpful.
What happened that one time?
It's weird, luckily, like someone had canceled last minute. So, but I mean, we would have figured it out. I would have found Mariah. I was going to find Mariah with somebody else that was driving up there, but then one person canceled, so
Do you go to all the events?
I go to most of them. The bike ride one we just had this weekend, I wasn't there because I was in California. But right now, I run, or I help run most of them. But going in the future as part of our growth, I would like to not have to attend them. So we'd like to have guides that train guides, like so people we train on our culture and safety, and because it's the outdoors and things can happen. But how to deal with people, customer service, that sort of thing, so that they can help run trips for like a fee, a rate for that day, so that I can focus on operations. Not that I don't want to go on adventures, but at least I can pick and choose what adventures I want to go to, as opposed to feeling like I have to go to all the adventures.
So how many people do you have?
Right now we are 8 people. So it's divvied up. We have people who work on social media, technology and newsletters. I have someone who works on operations, someone who helps plan just retreats. But these are folks who have a full-time job and then also work on BOA. So it's different from having like a full-time employee per se. So yeah, we do what we can.
Do they also, do you share your documents so they can
I don't. I'm the only one that currently works in the Coda doc. Just because one of the reasons is everyone does different things. So I'm in operations and I have someone else in operations. So sometimes I share it with him and we discuss it in terms of, who's paying and that sort of thing. But I don't share the doc with everyone else just because it's not very relevant to them. And if there is an event that they're leading, what I could do is just send them just the names and phone numbers or whatever the case may be. They don't need to bunch of time on WordPress and learned how to do it. This is my, just in general, not BOA site, but this is my third website I built. So if you've used WordPress, you know, it has a lot of plugins, a lot of cool things. So I spent a lot of time on WordPress to have this site look this good. I think it's pretty good. So yeah, obviously we want some of the things that we want to do. I want to change like the page to move like the adventures to the front page so that it's the first thing people see when they come to the site and they can just like go right away. So we're going to make those changes, but for now it's on separate pages. Yeah.
How did you get the like on the homepage like the video?
You didn't feel WordPress here.
Okay. It's just yeah, it was just a plugin that I have. So it has, as you can see, this photo because for loading time, so it'll show the photo, and then after, what did I do?
I have to reset this thing.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, and then after it loads, it does that. So it's just, yeah, it's just a plugin that I use on WordPress. If you're interested, I can let you know what it is later. But yeah, it's super cool. And this is just a video that we shot with a GoPro at Rockaway Beach. Yeah.
What's your vision for the maybe 5 years? What would you envision your ideal situation being?
So my vision is that we have a lot of guides that are running the events, and I'm mainly in an operational role, and also hopefully we have like at least a few part-time employees or independent contractors, basically. And then also that we can start expanding to other states when the model is like, and the skeleton and the structure is solid, and also the tools and the, in terms of technology is solid, we can start expanding to other states. I have California in my sites, but also international. Well, international, we currently don't do international travel, but it's not to say that we can't. We just really want to focus on New York area right now. Although we do Vermont, Pennsylvania, you know, Nantucket, obviously, but in terms of want to stay in this area and just really get the formula right. We could do some international travels coming up because our members have requested that, but also potentially having a base internationally, which is like sort of the longer term plan. But yeah, we definitely want to get the model down, get our operations and culture down, you know, in like a book, and then be able to reproduce it in
Are there other like venture groups for people of color, like in the United States, or are you like one of the only ones that does this?
There's some other ones. There's some organizations, Outdoor Afro, and then there's some groups in certain states that focus on a certain sport. For instance, I think there's like Black Girls Surf or Black Girls Bike Ride or those types of groups. But I know Outdoor Afro is a non-profit that does something somewhat similar. They're focused, I think, more on like education, on the educational angle. Whereas, not that we're not about just having fun. We're about intentionality and, you know, those living your best life, but learning and teamwork and those types of things. I don't know. I think what we have to offer is a bit slightly different. We're also a for-profit company. Versus a non-for-profit model. So, but yeah, there's some other, not that many, for sure, out there.
So can I ask about sort of the development lymphoma? How was it hard and what was your experience? You don't often see.
Been through what, lymphoma?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was another tough experience, definitely to go through. It involved chemotherapy and a lot of, rehabilitation. So part of that really was what sort of changed my approach to life. That was really what changed my approach to life. because after the chemo, I did physical therapy for like a year, and I was really struggling I had to learn how to walk, how to use my hands, and just like a lot of things that, you know, I might take for granted, and sometimes I have to remind myself to not take for granted. And so just getting back those really basic things and being able to be outside, it just made me just like really thankful. And I think, you know, I didn't mention it before, but I really hate the idea of people like being like on their deathbed and saying, oh, I wish I could have done this, and I regret not being able to do all these things that I wanted to do, whatever they are. So this is outdoors, but it's also, you know, getting close to nature, taking that time to think about yourself and what you want to do, giving people confidence so that it might rub off into other parts of their life, that they can tackle other things they potentially didn't think they could do. Because like I said, a lot of these people, most of our audience have not done any of this stuff in their lives. So they're like 20s, 30s, you know, 40s, and they're, some people are riding a bike for the first time, you know, some people are surfing for the first time, leaving the city for the first time. So this is stuff that a lot of people take for granted, but in the community that we're trying to reach, it's just really needed and necessary and powerful. And a lot of times in the beginning, you know, I didn't think it was going to get, you know, Meetup we're 2,500, but we also have an email list, so we're even more people than that. And I didn't think it was going to get anywhere near that. I thought there were like 20 people, and we would hang out sometimes. So just it's floored me the rate that it's grown. And I didn't start it to be a business. It just kind of took on that life of its own as I saw the need, and people kept telling me how it's really made an impact in their lives. So yeah, it's probably a long-winded answer, but yeah.
How many people go on like weekly or monthly trips? Do they go to every single trip? Versus like you just like go on one thing and you never hear from them again.
Yeah, so our big thing is creating a community. We're not like, I think a lot of outdoor companies just like will put on events, and then whoever comes to that event is like, okay, you paid, you showed up to that event. Our main purpose is creating a community. One of our main purposes is creating a community. So when people come, we're friendly, we start conversation, creating friendships, building bonds, supporting each other while doing outdoor adventures. So for us, obviously New York with work and everything, it's hard for people to come to every event. But we try and build that community so that even if they can't come to an event, they can potentially do something in their neighborhood with someone they've met. And when they come back, there's a good likelihood that you know, you'll see someone that you've seen again before. You'll see them again. So we have a lot of return customers. Sometimes it's seasonal, depending on when the work allows. But a lot of our people on each event will get a lot of new customers, but a good percent will be just people that have been coming, that are part of the community. Yeah, and we try and we go for like quality over quantity. So we'll, you know, obviously our van fits 12, so but we'll try and cap our events at like 15, just to keep that like community fit feel. Other than like socials and some other things that just naturally draw tons of people. So like the hikes and that sort of thing, they'll be like 15 and under. Any other questions?
It was sorry, I have to leave. It was very nice meeting everyone. Yeah. See you sometime soon. Very soon. Have a good day, everyone.
I have so many. Sorry, I'm only asking. What are some like events that are not traditional, like biking, hunting that you want to do? That's like not something that you consider to be like a typical outdoor activity. You know what I mean? Like, is there anything like really crazy that you thought about doing with your community?
Like what?
I don't know, like hang gliding or bungee jumping.
Anything is on the table for us. Yeah, I think these are just what we do because they're seasonal. So we'll, you know, summer comes around, we'll surf. And when winter comes around, we'll go skiing and such. But yeah, if it's in that realm of outdoor adventure, we're open to considering and doing it. Yeah. Also, it's a question of like what more people want to do. So like if it's only like a few people who want to do that, it might not make sense to create that event. So yeah, we'll do whitewater rafting. We've done zip lining and those types of things as well. No bungee jumping yet, or parasailing. But yeah, they're all nothing's off the table. Any other questions?
Well, I guess, yeah, thanks for coming. Mina, I'm guessing you'll stay out a little bit if you want to just like mix and mingle and stuff. You have some food coming on the way, so let's grab for that. Be everyone that came through all this rain. So yeah, thanks for coming, and yeah, we'll see you around here for a little